Hey everyone, welcome to this episode of the Skyrealm. Quick couple of shout outs. Shout out to our editors, Becky and Ben. Shout out to art team, Jay, Josh, Victor and Alex. And shout out to Underground Oracle Publishing for allowing us to use some of their content in this stream. But welcome everyone to this episode of the Skyrealm. I'm Bodhi, your unexceptional dungeon master, and I'm joined by our exceptional cast of players today. Last episode, our players entered the subterranean caves of Lacrima and found some creatures living down there. After a bit of combat, they managed to corner one of the creatures, and they're going to talk to him this episode. So, if you're sitting comfortably, then let's begin. As the creature in the kitchen is like, hey, I don't want any trouble, and kind of like falls into some pots and pans and is like, don't hurt me, please God, oh my God.
Question.
Yes.
Is this a Duragar?
It is not. As far as you are aware from your education, this is not a Duragar.
That is very concerning. Okay, can I go up to this here feller?
Yeah, of course you can.
I'm going to kind of tower over this creature as I typically do, and I'm going to say, I need to know who else is in these caverns. Who else is here?
Intimidation check, please, and you can do it with strength or charisma, depending on whether it's coming from your mouth or coming from your muscles.
I'm dragging my maul over here just to be spooky. So I'm hopefully with strength. Okay. And if I'm still blessed,
Yep.
that is a 19 again. Huh.
Is 1 second actually? Let me just double check. Is spectral weapon a concentration spell?
It is
Spiritual weapon?
Spiritual weapon, yes.
Yeah.
yeah.
So
Okay, then it's just a 17.
Yeah, no bless, yeah.
Yep, 17.
Cool. With that, he's like, okay, let me just think. Let me think. There's lots of us here. There's lots of you. Wow. Jesus, we've never had anyone actually get in here. Okay, so you killed Ted. Oh God, he's
not fast enough.
and
I
Phil,
cast entangle on him.
Oh, Jesus, ow! Why?
We haven't got all day. Hurry up. Okay.
Okay. Well, if there's 5 of us, in, probably 4 more. I don't know, 3 more. There's Duragar and a couple more gnomes.
Are they all as weak as you?
Wow. Well, I wouldn't say I'm weak, but that's beside the point. No.
What? Are they all as weak as you?
No, the Duragar run it. We just work. We're like slaves down here. We just work and do the cooking and stuff.
Oh, now I feel horrible. Okay.
I undo the angle.
Is this? Are you here of your own volition?
Can I do insight check too with what he said about that?
Yeah, go for it. 50-50. Like.
Oh God. Oh no.
Like, look, we needed stuff to survive, so I've, I guess, been a party too. But they tell me what I have to do. I don't have much choice. The answer is 50-50.
Are you paid?
In food and elixir. In food and elixir, yes.
Elixir.
Well, if you join us and help us stop your despotic overlords, I assure you we can compensate you fairly.
Well, it's like many people don't like us Grimlocks. You know, we're
just typically not liked by much because we don't have much to give the world other than, you know, kind of what I'm doing here, cooking, and so I'm
gonna fly over to him, be like, you have everyone a lot to give. There's not a creature that has more to give than anyone else. So if it's cooking, if it's whatever, it's by speaking, dancing, whatever it is, you still bring something to this place. So
the leader Travis said that they would accept us because we're from the underbit, you know, we're from the dark, you know, we live underground, and he said that no one up at the top would accept us. Travis, he's such
that's
a
a
dick.
lie. No, because you will be accepted. Like the toad looks him like straight in the eye. He just flies down like his eye level. It looks like no. That's he's saying it's false. Like sure, there's some people are messed up. There's some people might not like you, but all that kind of stuff. But at least this group here, at least all of us, you're accepted by us, and we can talk to people up front already too. So you're being accepted there as well. So you're good.
Oh, truly, I feel bad because we've done bad things, but you know, I'm just trying to live down here because we weren't allowed out, and you know, I was just trying to live and survive on what I could, the creatures and the animals, and oh god, the people in some cases.
Bodhi, if I may,
Yeah.
Is the antagonist's name Travis?
Indeed. Currently.
Oh dear.
At least what this one. And do we ever? What is your name? I don't think I ever got your name.
Oh, I'm Colin. Nice to meet you.
Oh. At that point,
he extends a little gray hand, and you can see that he's got like dirty fingers and stuff, and you're like, ah, god, this guy's been cooking. As he extends this dirty hand towards you guys.
Geo moves towards Colin and wants to gets right next to him and says, "Hey, it's gonna be okay. I promise you. This group of people, we're gonna all protect you, and we're gonna all get out of this together. I promise you. We got this."
Oh, I mean, I would love to get out of here. I mean, I as Grimlocks, we typically live underground, but I've heard so many tales about the sun. Like, I've heard it's really bright. I don't know what bright really means, though, because the fire is as bright as we get down here, and I just want to see. I'm really stressed, guys. I'm sweating a little bit.
If you've been underground your entire life, then have you only been under this tiny little island for your entire life?
Yeah, my mother and father were here, and sadly my mother passed away last year. My father a couple years before that, and so yeah, since the Great Split, my family of Grimlocks have been working for Travis's family this whole time.
That's terrible, and I'm really sorry for your vitamin D deficiency.
It's so deficient. I haven't had an orange. I've heard oranges are nice.
Let's see.
Oh, is that C? My mother always used to get them confused.
What, the alphabet?
Yeah, as I said, as Grimlocks, we don't have the best memory and our processing power. It feels like we're fast up here, but when it happens out here, it's, you know, a bit slower.
Well, we'll get you a fair trial for sure. Like,
oh, there's a trial?
I mean, you've been harming a sacred plant for generations now. There's got to be some consequence. But it'll be fair.
And you've also been eating people, as far as I can tell.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's also a crime.
Yeah, okay. Well,
I mean, technically, legally,
what happens with crime? We don't have much crime under here. Like, does crime lead to something? When I do a crime, does it lead somewhere bad?
We'll explain. Just
yes,
we will explain. But for now, let's just if you can lead us to maybe where Travis is, we can put in your resignation.
Yeah, that's. Oh wait, so you want my resignation?
We're gonna give the. We got you. We're gonna the resignation for you. So if you just let us know where Travis is.
Oh yeah. He looks around for a second and he reaches into the fire and he's like, and he pulls out like a bit of like a stick of wood, basically, that has a charred end, and he finds a bit of parchment, and you can see him like crudely signing the bit of parchment with the coal end of the wood, and you can see it says Colin dot Thumberbutt is his last name, and he kind of hands that to you, Toad, and is like, well, you definitely don't want to go that way, and he points over to the west. Is that right? Yeah, the west. He points to the west kind of hall that leads out of the dining room, and he's like, you don't want to go that way. There's a big gap that you got to try to come. I think Travis is in the tree room. He might be asleep in the dorms. I'm not sure though. And he starts kind of making his way out to the east, basically, and going off kind of this way. And he's like, "It's over here. Oh, you're scary." As he walks past Rom.
Hey.
Okay.
My face
At
turns
that
sad.
point, Blanco like bounds over and sort of like circles him a few times and is sniffing and just checking him out because he's not too sure about this being, whether they're truthful in how they're going to be. And so he's sort of doing, it's sort of a slight intimidation, but just like making his presence aware to this being, so that, he's kept in a line with what he's saying he's going to do,
Cool. Can you make an intimidation?
insight?
Yeah, what was your insight? I was about to ask you.
I got 18 on the insight.
18. On an 18, Colin looks as though he is struggling at this moment in time to rub the 2 brain cells he does have together to help you guys in this moment. He is clearly pushing himself in this moment to an extent to hopefully not die, is basically where he's kind of at this point, is he is in full I do not want to die mode and is just doing anything he can to not die at this moment.
That'll make a man
He's
honest.
sweating profuse amounts of sweat right now.
I get a 13 on intimidation.
Awesome.
Colin, what's Travis's surname? Just out of interest.
His family are well known amongst us people from the under. His people are called the Darkheart family.
The Darkheart.
Yeah, Travis Darkheart.
Sorry.
As Colin is moving into that sort of that little path area, Gio just says, I just want to, can I confirm something? You said if we go to the west, did you say something about a gap?
Yeah,
What did you mean by that?
You seem like you're on my kind of level, Sir Turtle Man. Yeah, over to the west is a tunnel, and it's basically if people go that way, you can fall right out the island. My cousin Bill went straight through last month. He tripped carrying a keg of elixir and he fell out the bottom of the island. This is the last time we saw him.
That's terrible. I'm really sorry.
Yeah, and Bill was the happiest of all of us. He really enjoyed the stealing and the eating and the cooking and he was really just the most enigmatic out of us.
Bill,
Like he was the worst.
Bill.
Like it.
Yeah, so don't go to the west. You'll just fall out the island, and there's no point of falling out the island because then I live. If you want to go to the west, it's up to you.
Well, what are the advantages of going to the west versus other directions? Maybe you can just give us a little bit of an idea of how to get to this tree room and where Travis is.
And he kind of pokes his head into the hallway. He goes, if you go left to here and follow it up around, you go past the cell and then to the tree room. If you go to the right, you go to the sleeping area, and And the other way is not much. It's the garbage disposal, which is where, I mean, the rats are there. We try and avoid the giant rats. They're not nice. They always seem to bite.
I say not gap.
Yeah, I agree. Not gap. That one. Yeah.
Cool. Let's go fuck Travis up. I mean,
Yeah. Travis
the
seems like the guy that we need to take care of, not this guy. Do you need healing?
The barbs that Mr. Tree Man over there put in me did graze my skin a little bit. Could I, if you've got anything to drink or eat, maybe?
Can I use a key point to use Hand of Healing?
Yeah, please.
And I mean, usually it's like replacing a flurry of blows to heal, but I instead just kind of like do punchies to the area of where he's hurt. And
I love that you hit heals. Bam.
yeah, like do punchies to the area to heal, and it's my martial arts die plus wisdom modifier. So what is, I guess, wisdom modifier? Okay, +1 +3. Wait, my martial arts die.
1 second, I'm having a look where that is for you as well.
Yeah, I have not heard of this.
I believe, I want to say it's a D6. But I might be
For
wrong.
martial arts?
Yeah, martial arts
Yeah.
die.
Martial arts is a D4.
4, yeah, but yours
Oh,
is a D4.
D4. At this level, yeah, it's a D6 when you reach level 5.
That's
Okay,
right.
thank you, people who are more knowledgeable in this class than I am.
Thank you, Sam,
Okay.
for doing my job.
Okay, so yeah, they heal for 3 points.
Oh. Ow. Even though you punched me, I feel a little bit better. Thanks.
It's blessings of Alia extend
Oh.
from me into you.
Oh, you mentioned the Dark One. I haven't heard of her.
No, not Dark One. She's not dark. She's not dark. Y'all got the wrong idea about her.
Oh, was she, at the end there, she had all the, like, crazy black bits and, like, the darkness? Was that?
Everyone
Right.
goes through their emo phase.
Oh, I think, wow. I guess I never saw it like that before. We all just kind of bandwagoned with the, like, darkness kill everything thing, and, like, us under people. Wow. Well, damn.
Everyone has a moment where they wear a little bit too much eyeliner. It's
Yeah.
fine. Maybe you kill some guys.
Yeah, it happens. It happens. Survival. And as he kind of steps into the hallway, you guys can see as you kind of peer into the hallway that there is a, like, alcove kind of carved across from the hallway, and there is a statue of a dwarf in beautiful, like, armor. It's stone, but you can see it's been carved very, very, very intricately, and you can see there's all the filigree in the armor is still there, and he's holding a giant axe that is almost as, like, tall as him, basically. And you can see at the bottom there's a little plaque, and the plaque basically says Dimitri Darkheart, basically.
I make a history check on that?
Yes, please.
Okay, well that's 14.
With a 14, there's you definitely know where you could find this information, but it's not a place where you hadn't gone in, like, the pre-Great Split part of the Arcane Institute library very much, because you were busy worrying about, what's going on around you and stuff. So yeah, you know where you could find it, but it's definitely not something you have to hand or to mind.
A 16.
16?
Yeah, but that'd be
Oh, okay. Can you please? Yeah, okay. With a 16, you have a flash
a second. It is 1 second. Goes, brings you back to this moment of you as your Warforged self on a battlefield. You look to your right and you can see a bunch of people to your right. Look to your left, you can see a bunch of people to your left. In front of you is just creatures of darkness walking towards you. And at one of the front, you can see a dwarf with gray skin and white eyes wearing the same armor at the front of the forces walking towards you. Not a like key general, but one of the ones at the front, basically. And you get that in a second, you back into your body.
This is old, like really old. And we're talking 200 years plus. I recognize. I don't know if it's him, but I recognize the armor and the style. This is giving me mad creeps. Like, I can't deal with this. This is
Wait.
I saw it go back.
You recognize 200 years old, but you recognize my.
Yeah.
You.
I think I might have traversed. Pardon?
Maybe do you guys live longer? I guess. I mean, because 200 years. I mean, because you don't look a day over, like, you know.
Ulfr steps forward. Yeah, I said earlier, old or young. When were you made?
I was. It's a big story. It's kind of long, but I was trapped in this body 180 years ago. I'm not actually. I wasn't built like this. It happened a while ago. I'm meant to be a genasi, like you, a water one there. But it's hard, and it's patchy. I don't even know my name, but it's what people call me now, Rom. But I fought him, in this body though. Yeah, I'm sorry, and I'm really sorry about being rude to you guys. It's hard for me to like recognize things, and I hope. Does anyone need any healing? I'd like to extend an apology by helping you guys out. Like, I'm here to help, guys. I'm sorry.
Your words have done enough healing for me, so I don't need any kind of. If those words were enough.
No, but thank you. I'm so sorry to hear of your past, what you know of it. That's tragic.
And maybe we can somehow get you back to your body somehow too. I mean, Arnor is pretty smart here, so I'm sure we can figure something out.
That's like the nicest thing someone said to me in a long time, guys. So thank you. Like that warms my core. Cheers.
I cannot promise anything of the sort. I do not know.
Arnor, you're gonna try your best though. You're gonna try your best to help.
Yes, I will attempt. I will make a suitable effort.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Rom, you said you were a water genasi. That's really important because everyone needs water now, and if you are linked to water, that's kind of what I'm trying to do as well, is provide water to anyone who needs it. And it seems like more and more in the Sky Realm need water, and I'm really, really happy and feel fortunate that we're working together.
I envy that connection you have with it. I've lost it's almost like a bitter memory at this point. Water. I'm consumed by the fire that this body gives. But thank you. I'm there to help.
We will do our best to bring you back to your roots, and when you're back to your roots, I don't mean tree roots.
I thought you were making a plan.
As you guys are all talking, Blanco and Rom, you notice out of the corner of your eye that Colin takes off around the corner.
Can I use my
opportunity attack?
I'm gonna do if you let us know.
Opportunity attack. Yeah. Am I
Okay. Everyone calm down one moment. So he slips off while you're all talking, and based on passive perceptions, you guys
Some of you don't catch him slip, as the rest of you do catch him disappearing off. Rom and Blanco, as he goes to step around the corner, you can take a quick go for it if you want to do something.
Cool. I look at you. Well, how quickly do I have? Is it like split second?
You have a second as he's running around the corner.
I extend my good hand to you.
Yeah.
And then we like teleport the other side of the wall.
Oh.
Amazing.
And then I'd like to use my grapple hook, big arm, to be like, oh no, you don't, and like pull him towards Blanco.
Amazing.
And at that point, Blanco whips out his like twine and hemp rope and binds.
Ryan, what do I?
Colin.
It's a strength saving throw. Strength saving throw from me, isn't it?
Yeah.
I rolled an 18.
Oh fuck. Yeah. So it's well past. I got 8 plus my 2, I think it is.
Cool.
So yeah.
Okay.
He succeeds.
So as he runs around the corner, you fire off your arm, and you guys see the bottom half of Romulus's arm that was connected by the ball extends forward and goes to grapple him. As it gets to the maximum length, he reaches out and grabs, but Colin manages to kind of leap forward out the way, and he kind of runs down the corridor. He's like, "There's people!"
I'm gonna play. Can I play assault? When this happens,
yeah, you can hit him with your hunter's mark for sure. Go for it, Toad.
when I see them notice them going off, I'm gonna play like a almost like a lullaby. It's gonna be a wisdom saving throw, so it's gonna be like a really soft kind of really haunting, but mostly like a lullaby. It's gonna be a wisdom save of 13.
Amazing. 17.
Succeeds.
Damn, this guy's suddenly rolling good.
And he disappears around the corner, Blanco, with your hunter's mark on him, as he runs around. If you guys want to lay chase, you can do. It's up to you guys. You can see to your right there is a door closed, and over the whole way that he's run, you can see that there is almost like a bit that has been carved into the cave, and you can see some rudimentary, really poorly made iron bars are kind of in the ground and span up to the roof of the cave, almost like a little cells off in the distance. Blanco and Rom, you can see that.
Damn it! I gave him healing punchies.
And I bound after him and going, "Come on, Rom!" You know, because we want to make chase. We don't want to lose sight of him to see where he's going.
Cool. Awesome.
Ayúdame! Vámonos!
Wolf was like, "Oh no! He's going! Oh shit! He's warning people! Get him!"
I also chase after. Like, yeah, come on, guys.
Amazing.
A little bit happier now that I've made some connections with the group. And then, yeah.
So, as you guys kind of round the corner, Evis and Arnar, are you guys laying chase as well?
Oh, for
Oh, yeah.
sure. Yeah,
Absolutely.
Can I make an investigation check on the bars in the cell real quick as I'm passing it?
Yes, please do. Are you running and stopping, or are you keeping going and kind of doing like a peer?
Apparently I'm keeping going because that's an 8.
I was gonna ask if I could. Oh, sorry.
Go on, no, go for it. Please, Amber, please.
I was gonna ask if I could do like parkour behind him, to combination of like an acrobatics check plus my speed to like hut.
Amazing, go for it.
Okay.
I wonder if this would give advantage to Arnar, but Reshi gives off like a bright light. So as we're passing, they'd be able to.
Oh, yeah, go for it. Arnar, you can roll with advantage due to Reshi's dim light that it gives off.
Oh, brilliant.
Amber, what was your acrobatics?
A dirty 20.
Dirty 20? Yeah, you succeed massively. Wherever you wanted to get to, you're able to get wherever you were hoping to get to.
15 on the investigation check.
Ooh.
Awesome. So with a 15, as you look and you see the fire from Reshi ignite the cell for just a moment, you can see quivering in the corner is a frail woman, just quivering on the ground.
Does she look like she sells cabbages?
Insight check.
As he's rolling that insight check,
Yeah.
Geo sees Evis do a parkour move against that outcropping of rock. So Geo comes and is trying to do a similar move, but he's running in slow motion, and instead of going up sort of to the level of Evis, he just kind of comes to the lowest level rock and does the sort of the most conservative parkour, slow motion, sort of step
like
up, step down. But it's in his mind, he's just doing something phenomenal. Exactly.
A little hot. Amazing. Arnar, with your 11, this woman, from what you can see, is wearing a poncho and harem pants. Assume what you may from that.
All right. These bars are installed in the ground?
Yes, they are installed in the ground, and you can see that there is a small, like metal, like gate, basically, that has a lock on it, like a padlock.
Can I just attack the lock?
Yeah, please go for it.
Okay.
Amazing. As Arnar goes to attack the lock,
You're swinging that thing.
I'm just going to reveal some more for you guys, so you can see what kind of appears as you go around the corner. Let me just do that. I'm also going to just like that. Amazing. So as you guys come around the corner, you can see Colin is basically on this plank of wood, running with his arms like this, and he's going, "Oh, they're coming!" as he runs over there.
Well, actually, with my parkour, I'm able to catch right up to him, like right at that 40 feet. Yeah.
Pick up that plank of wood.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna like
shake him, like pick it up and shake it.
Well, no, I was actually what I was gonna do was like yoink him, like yoink a boy, and just be like, no, you don't, and just grab him by his collar.
Perfect. Go for it. So make a grapple check. So strength v strength. And Arnar, what did you roll for your attack of the lock?
That is a 24 to hit, and I'm assuming that hits. And for damage, that is 15 points of damage.
You completely obliterate this lock. There, as you like finish your follow through swing on your maul, you look back and there is no lock. No remnants of the lock is even hanging on the door. At this point, it is almost exploded off of the door, and the cell just goes and swings open ever so slightly.
Unless you still got Bardic, so I know if it's going to do.
Do you have Bardic?
I have Bardic and DM inspiration. And Arnar is just going to say, "Run, get out of here."
Amazing. So what we'll do is we'll take an Evis. I'll come back to you. So the woman curled up kind of turns and is like, "Who's there?"
My name is Arnar Greywolf. I'm a detective at the the People's Free Republic or something like that. People's Republic. I'm a detective. I'm a private detective at the People's Republic on the southern side. I'm here to free you from your current captivity and release you back to the surface of this island. Here is my card.
She reaches out, and you can see from like her hand, you can see that she is definitely frail, and you can see though she's still got like almost like soil, like dirt on her fingers as she like reaches up and takes the card. And she's like, our Greyno Private Detective Incorporated returned. Wow, this is very impressive. And she slips it into her pocket, and she's like, okay. Well, how do I get out? Help me. There's so many creatures that they'll see me, won't they?
We have dispatched of the vast majority of them. If you simply go out directly straight, if you get to the statue of the dwarf and simply turn right, then make your way down past the lit kitchen and then take a left, and then skirt around the pit all the way back out.
Ulfa, could you
Rashi or author? Yes, I was going to say.
Yes, yes. Ulfa kind of arrives at the door. It's like, yes, Sato, can you please lead this poor person out? You heard Mr. Greywolf describe it. It's right, then left, then round, and then through.
We're gonna let
you
the
remember?
pseudo dragon gonna lead her to like the empty gap, which is gonna fall. Okay, we're gonna let this drunk pseudo dragon.
Mr. Toad, trust me. is more than able to. He has accomplished far greater feats in his time. Come on, boy. And yeah, he taps the dragon. The dragon kind of shakes himself, wakes up, kind of opens its eyes, and they are like this beautiful amber, like gemstone eyes, basically, as it opens. And it kind of raises up, begins to flap, and then looks back at the woman, gestures with its wing, and then begins to like fly outwards towards the exit. At that moment, guys, we're going to cut back to Evis or Genasi as they grab, or as they go to grab the Grimlock from. Well, basically, you're grabbing on because he's not wearing any clothes on the back. He's just got his apron. You're just grabbing like the apron, the back of his apron cord, basically.
Okay, so Bodhi, what had happened was I rolled a nat 1.
Amazing.
And then I had a -2 to my strength modifier. And then I rolled DM inspiration. And I rolled, so I guess I have a 3.
-3 or just 3?
Or just a 3? Just a 3.
Okay.
Just a 3. He rolled a 16. So as you lunge out to grab him, he manages to quickly like pirouette and turn away from you as he takes his final steps and lands on the other side. He's like, help, guys. And he turns, he's like, Travis, they're here. And with that, guys, we're going to take our break.
Oh.
So we won't know exactly what the outcome was with Evis at that moment.
And for comedic effect, the apron come undone, and
I
so
was
he's
gonna
just
say,
kind of
that's
like
what I was
flapping in the
thinking. That's what
wind.
As you pull, you kind of grab the the tide bit, and as he kind of like continues going, you pull it loose, comes undone, and as he turns, it kind of flaps sideways like a cape, and he's like, Travis, they're here! Sideways on your shoulder.
Thumber butt indeed.
Thumber butt indeed.
We
right,
love
guys.
dwarf butt.
Awesome, cool. We will take a little break there. We really hope you enjoyed this episode of the Skyrim. Thank you so much for tuning in. Next episode, after being betrayed by Colin the Grimlock, our players finally meet Travis Darkheart, the entity under the island that has been causing so much dismay. We'll see you then in the next one. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube, follow on Twitch, follow on Twitter. There's also a Discord community that we have, so you can stay up to date, get new content before anyone else, all that kind of stuff. There'll be a link to that in the description and to all of our socials, as well as also all the cast and our artists as well. So please check those out. Thank you guys so much for watching. We really, really appreciate it. We'll catch you guys in the next one. See you then.